Sueh gang, so today I'll be making a very simple pork wet fry dish. I'll be using few ingredients but packed with so much flavors. I used 1 thinly sliced onion, 4 garlic cloves, 1 tablespoon of minced ginger, 3 tomatoes, and 1 tablespoon of each of these spices: cumin powder, chili powder, garam masala, and mixed herbs. Also used 1 tablespoon of tomato paste, coriander leaves, and coriander stems. Not forgetting the pork itself, so let's start cooking. First thing, you'll add some vegetable oil to your heavy bottom pan and heat it up. Some people prefer the pork to release its own fat, but I prefer adding just a little bit of oil and sear the pork until it gives me a golden brown color. Once the oil was ready, I added the pork carefully and left it alone until it started turning brown. Come back after a few minutes and check on the brownness of the pork. Then turn the other side so that it can also brown. I drained the fat and juices from the pork for later use. Now that the pork has nicely seared on both sides, I added in the thinly sliced onions and started bringing them to the bottom of the pan. When the onions had nicely caramelized, I added in the garlic and ginger, mixed everything together, and then added the cilantro stems. Then I let them release all their flavors. Cooking this way will easily build up flavors in the pork. Now I'll add in the spices. I went in with the cumin powder, followed by garam masala, chili powder, and mixed herbs. Quickly stir in the spices, and let me tell you, my kitchen was so aromatic. Since my pan had started being glowy, I deglazed it by adding just a teaspoon of oyster sauce and soy sauce. You might have noticed that I haven't added any salt yet. When building the flavors, I'm checking on when to add what and when not to add what. After you have added the sauces and the salt is still not enough, you can add. But don't add salt before adding the sauces because they're already salty. But if you also don't have either of the sauces, you can just use water to lift up the flavor at the bottom of the pan. I went back in with the fat and juices from the pork I drained out earlier. I love how the sauces give the pork a very deep brown color. I covered the pan to let the sauces and the spices cook. Now I went in with a tablespoon of tomato paste, mixed in to remove the acidity and develop its flavor to the pork. When everything is looking all nice and brown in the pan, I added in the finely diced tomatoes. You would want to use ripened tomatoes to ease the softening process. You can decide to grate or blend them. You wouldn't want tomatoes looking at you. Also, when adding water, don't add a lot of water. You're not making a stew here. I have seen people adding lots of water in this type of recipe, and you are only making a wet fry. If need be, just add 2 to 3 tablespoons of water. That should be enough. Cover the pan and allow the tomatoes to interact with everything in the pan. My, oh my, this looks so good. I wish I could share this with all of you. At this point, I added in chicken stock. I made this by mixing 1 piece of chicken bouillon with a few tablespoons of hot water and mixed, then added it to the pork. I believe in adding liquids that will add different flavors to your dish. But if you don't have the chicken stock, you can use either vegetable stock or beef stock, or water if you don't have any of the stocks. Now, lower the heat and allow the pork to cook through. I let them cook for roughly 25 minutes. Before you remove it from the heat and serve, check on the seasoning. If there is something you'd love to add, then add it at this point. I added salt and pepper, mixed everything again for about 60 seconds. Like I told you earlier, on the salt, I would rather add it last, like at this point if it's not enough. If you're one of those people who likes having a taste of each and every meat every now and then, kindly control your temptations, because this one you'll test everything on the pan. I love how I build up the flavors on this pork and how good the aroma is. I turned off the heat, added in the coriander leaves before serving. You can have this pork fried with either ugali, rice, french fries, potato wedges, or even chapati. It all depends with you. We're going to have it with some chapati. How easy was that building up flavors on this wonderful meal? If you tried this recipe, kindly tell me down on the comments and share how yours came out. It was nice cooking this with you all. If you're new here, welcome to the Sueh, and kindly hit the subscribe button for more easy and amazing recipes. Like the video, share and comment. And to the returning subscribers, thank you for always coming back to watch my videos. Until next time, bye! We shall try again tomorrow.